Good afternoon, dear listeners. Nice to see you today at the ISMA online section. My name is Jelena Caiko. I am head of ISMA Information System Bachelor Study Program. Today we will have an overlook on the specialty of System Analyst of Information System Program. And today we are going to learn about the division of specialties and why it could be interesting for you. Not everyone working in IT as a developer, right? It seems clear, but how often one has to dispel this stereotype? Today I am structuring the introductory information about the specialty of IT Analyst. I will tell you about the most common subtypes. I don't plan to cover all details. The main task to give an idea of the specialty. Less important is to help hints where to look future analysts. In the broad sense, an IT specialist is a specialist who collects and draws conclusions based on data. An analyst's working process consists of collecting, processing, and making conclusions. The result of work helps to answer a question: what does the customer want? Depending on the type of data, IT analysts can be divided into subtypes. Below is a brief description of tasks and skills of different IT analysts. Before we move on to the description, I will mark two key points. First, the requirements differ from the business sphere and a specific company. Secondly, it's not a full list, but includes all popular subtypes of analysts. Okay? Here we go. Business analyst. Tasks: analysis and optimization of business process. Such analysts know well process of the company. He understands best practice, competitors, and business bottlenecks. Applies his knowledge to improve the process. Skills: knowledge of the subject area, requirements management, business process charting, communication skills, quality research, etc. Data: business processes. Business analyst, a specialist in improving business process. Technical knowledge for this role is not the most important. Much more important than knowledge of processes or the ability to quickly understand them. You need to be able to listen, ask the right questions, and identify user problems. System Analyst. Tasks: translation of requirements from business into technical language. Knows well how the system under development and the software in general. She can read the code. Skills: technical knowledge, software architecture, technical documentation, system design and interaction, etc. Data: the device of the system under development. System analyst: translator of business wishes to the technical plane. Understand the technical limitations, nuances of the system, and the difficulties arising from the programmers. At the same time, can talk to the business, understand their requirements, and immediately see the contradictions. Often the tasks of business and system analysts overlap. Often one employer combines both roles, and in the nuances of business, the company understands and simultaneously makes those descriptions for the development team. Such a combination is practiced everywhere. Keep in mind. Data analyst goes to the database and processes the numbers with the appropriate tools, usually R and Python. Skills: knowledge of SQL, mathematics, statistics, ability to work with figures and draw conclusions from them, etc. Data in a common view: numbers. Data analyst, a specialist in quantitative research, probably wants to and will probably become a data scientist. Every business collects data in various fields in which they can make business decisions. It can be sales, finance, marketing, production, etc. The job of data analyst is to analyze and transfer every number into information. That means figuring out the issues and solving it, and also enhance what is required for the business. Web analyst tasks to understand what visitors to the site want. Good in web analyst systems, Google Analytics and Yandex Metrica. Makes conclusions about the behavior of visitors, problem areas and growth points. Improves the web page and user experience. Skills: the ability to work with web analysis systems, data interpretation, conducting A/B tests, etc. Data: information about working with web pages. Web analyst will say for sure what happens to the site, tracks the actions of visitors, the use of buttons, achieving goals, understand the bottlenecks of interaction, makes conclusions about the success of new pages and updates existing ones. The job of a web analyst is to analyze the behavior of visitors in the website. Data collected from view pages and path analysis can be used to analyze the type of viewers and enhance and optimize the website's performance. Usability or UX, user experience analyst, refers to the broad category of professionals who are involved in the interface design or user experience for software applications and websites. Analysts who are dedicated specialty to this role are concerned with the usability and user experience requirements for a given application. Once those requirements are well understood, they create the actual UI designs, prototypes, or simultaneous which need to show not just what the user interface will look like, but also how the end user will interact with the interface. The tasks are to give the user a logical, simple and convenient experience of working with the interface. Examines the interaction with the system. Improves user experience and usage scenarios. Skills: design insight, user analysis, qualitative research, A/B testing, behavioral patterns, understanding, etc. Data: information about interaction with the interface. UX analyst finds out which actions cause difficulties or are not obvious to the audience. It will help to understand how to simplify the interaction between user and system. The most common duty of a product analyst is to utilize data analysis software to research market trends. Their main contribution to a company is to correctly project the costs of developing and marketing a product, as well as potential sales and profit. As well, they create reports about the performance of a given product and suggest possible improvements, which are done by reading reports and reviews. Tasks: research of the product on growth point. It's a tribute to fashion to single out a product analysis for my taste, but it also strange to ignore this role at all and consider the not relevant. A product analyst is a good example of a mix of skills of all kinds of IT analysts. From the luggage of knowledge, he takes the most effective skills, qualitative and quantitative research, work with metrics, activation funnels, etc. Data, product metrics. Product analyst researches how to improve the product, help the product manager and the team to understand what is going on and how the product can grow. The division of IT analytics is quite conditional. From company to company, names are different. It's worth looking at the description of requirements and clarify expectation in the interview. Nevertheless, whatever type of data you don't want to work with, what specifics you would not choose, the more tools of different analysts you can use, the more valuable you are in the market and the easier it is to adapt. To understand the picture of distribution of IT analysts, I attach the results of the survey which are conducted within the community of IT Analysts of London. Job postings that featured IT Analyst in the job title as a proportion of all IT jobs advertised in London. No analyst, HR specialists, product and project, technical writers, etc. It's impossible to be great in all tools, specializations and subject areas at once. The right strategy, if you decide to become an IT analyst, choose in one specialization you are interested to develop and not to turn away. Good luck in your career. Learn, develop and ask questions. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, please text in public messages under the video or contact me directly. You can find my contact details on the slide. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next time.